Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Wednesday night edition of Inside the Headset as we go right over to the other side, the other way of Rutherford County and just over there off Warrior Drive. And going to talk to the head coach of the Riverdale Warriors, head coach Will Kriesky. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing well.
Well, good. Coach, I just got off the phone with Kid Hartsfield, and he is just so excited to see you Friday night. But I was telling him I've seen a good dose of you. I've seen half of you against Franklin, and then I saw a full game against Smyrna, and then I saw a full game against Rockville. And talk about Friday night, Rockville game, you going out there, your first time taking your club out there and going out to Rockville to play. What'd you think about it?
Yeah, that was they create a good atmosphere. And I know we don't have capacity, but they got nice facilities and things. And I thought Coach Rice had his team very well prepared and they were ready to go. And I thought we had, with us, that was the first time we traveled all year.
Yeah, and I was getting ready to say, and good thing it wasn't too far away, because if you did forget something, you could run back and get it pretty quick.
Exactly, and I thought our kids handled the travel very well, for the short distance. But, I mean, it just changes up your whole Friday routine and getting on the bus and tape schedule and pregame warm-up, things like that. I thought we did a good job handling it. And I thought we kind of started a little sluggish.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, you seemed frustrated on the sideline. I have my view as I was calling the game. I could watch you from time to time. So was it logistically things weren't going right, or was you not getting the – what was it that you felt like?
Yeah, a few times we had some substitution issues. And then, of course, now, all the credit goes to them. They had a 16-play drive, but we had a face mask penalty. We jumped off sides and things like that. And I just felt like we weren't all the way locked in like we usually are, should be. But, again, that gives the credit. I thought our quarterback played really well. And
he ain't scared. He's not scared. He's going to try to make something happen, Coach, and he needs a little bit more help. If he had a little bit more help, the Brannick Swain kid, they tried to connect with him on that hot pass and then tried to get the screen down to that Cole Getting kid. But they're about a player or two short of being decent. If he had a little more gunpowder, they'd be deadly, would they not?
Yes, and that's what I told Coach Rice. For a program that's just in year two with no spring practice, with one of the most, difficult off seasons we've ever had to deal with, I think he has that program going in the right direction.
I do
They're
too.
Going to be a program that's going to be wreaking some havoc here pretty soon in Rutherford County. But with that being said, I felt like after we settled in the second and third quarter, I thought our kids played really well and took advantage of some situations we were given, and they played like they were supposed to. That's what I preached to them all week, that in the past the Riverdale teams haven't taken care of business like they were supposed to in situations like this. And I was looking for us to take the next step as a program, and I thought these young men did that Friday night. They settled down and then finally started playing football like they were supposed to.
Yeah, and you're starting to get Jamison to where he can connect on a vertical and feel confident on a Friday night, and it's it's coming. It's coming, and what I mean by that is, if you do get down or you do need to get some quick yardage back, you got to be able to go to your quarterback coach and tell him, say, we got to go vertical, kid. We've got to get 40 yards back. So, yeah, and you got to have that, don't you, to get into the playoffs?
Yeah, you got to have that. I mean, with what we got coming up this week and down the road, and I felt like the CPA game and the Franklin game and Smyrna, those non-region games, gotten us prepared for that.
Yep.
People like, oh, you got a tough non-region schedule, but I mean, even with but you got to have those games to be prepared for our region matchups, and I think that's helped us. I've called, people thought I was crazy playing CPA because they were loaded, but I think that was the best thing that happened to us to get us back focused and regrouped, and it helped expose some things that we needed to work on, and it got us better as a football team.
Well, and you beat a team like Rockville, but you got, like you say, you got Blackman, and even though they lost to Warren County, when you look at the video, tell me, Coach, that the kid from Warren County, he can carry the rock, can he not?
Yeah, the kid from Warren County is a special kid. You don't get many of those kids that come around, those type of kids that come around your program too often, and he's doing a great job. He kind of reminds me of that kid that was at Coffee County a few years ago, Alante Taylor. That helped change that program, Coffee, and put them in really good situations. And Warren did a great job. They were able to use him and did some scheme things to really get him positive yards last Friday night. And so, but, with that being said, Blackman's a good football team. I know
Oh,
they
yeah.
struggled early on, but they're very big and physical up front, like always. The quarterback threw for over 350-plus yards last Friday.
Well, and I think they
that's
just
gonna
got
be
off to a
battle.
slow start. I think they've had a sluggish start. You play when you play. You start off with Alcoa and then come back and play Ravenwood. You don't. I mean, not being mean, but you don't want to start your season with Alcoa and Ravenwood. I
No,
don't.
that means
I
this is
don't. I don't want to say. I would say if you played Alcoa and Ravenwood, you might be at a chance at a 0-2 after that. You run a good chance. Not being mean, but do you not? I mean, they're
No,
both
that's honestly, you're running against two of the top two programs in the state. I mean, you look at every poll and see it, Ravenwood and Alcoa right there. I mean, we all know what Alcoa does and what else they produce. I mean, and he had to go up to Alcoa and play that game.
Yeah.
And that's tough. I mean, what he's done is got these kids prepared. It's tough for them right now as a program.
That's exactly right. With the limited resources hitting week 1, week 2 with this COVID and not being able to get prepared, and you can say, well, it was the other side of the ball, but still, I mean, they're high school kids. Everybody has to understand that 3 weeks, that 4 weeks of extra time where we run around and do a jamboree and you get at least 6 quarters in on a Friday night. You get 4 with your ones and twos, and then you run a little freshman, and you're out on a Friday night, and you're still at Lincoln County, and it's 10:30 at night when you're loading the bus to go home, and But those are good Friday nights because, like you said, that going on the road right there, you got to get that logistic stuff. That's where you practice that stuff because you was talking about going on the road out to Rockville, You want to plan a game or a scrimmage a little bit of distance away because you got to load the bus. You want to get all your junk together, see how it works. Do you not, Coach?
Exactly, and that's why Friday before the game I was so tore up. I was making sure we had everything and needed everything. And I mean, I asked coaches 100 times if they went through their checklist to make sure they had everything because, like you said, it's the first time, and I was so afraid we were gonna forget something, and.
Well, you got up there and you didn't have power, and I gave you power, so you should have had power. And then, did you have a problem with your video?
We did the first few series, but then it got back up running.
Okay, but anyway, but my copy was fine. You were able to see my copy.
Yes, it was good.
Well, and so anyway, I'll be over. You'll be the visitor Friday night, so I have my camera right in your face all night. So. Good luck against Coach Kriesky or Kid Hartsfield and them. But anything else you want to say? I really appreciate you and all them having me over to Riverdale the times you've had me over there. But anything else you want to say?
No, I appreciate you. I mean, during this time, we've been fortunate enough to have you a bunch of ball games. So a lot of my parents and family members have been able to catch these games via you. And we just want to thank you, and the Riverdale program wants to thank you for doing that for us.
Well, listen, and I'm one person, and I live in this county. I was telling somebody the other day, I've been around for 20 years, and I love the programs. I love the city. I love to give back to the community, and it's a lot of fun. We've got it. We're not saying it's the greatest, but we do think that our brand of football and kind of the little deal we got going on here in Rutherford County, it's a tough place to play, but it's a great place to grow up, and all the schools are good and good scholastic, and our director of schools is a sports-minded person, and I just feel like we're lucky to be a part of it, Coach.
Yeah, we're all fortunate around here in Rutherford County, and every school's fortunate. And like you said, I mean, we do our own brand here in Rutherford County. I know we battle each other on Friday nights, but we all work together to help both these kids in Rutherford County. And we're part of that. You help us do that, and we really appreciate that.
Well, we're going to keep on doing it until they tell us to go home or whatever. But we enjoy it and everything, and I appreciate you. So safe travels as you come over, and I'll be up there at the top. If your guys need anything, you tell them just ask me, and I'll have an extension cord or something. I guarantee you I've got it.
Oh, I appreciate it, man. I look forward to seeing you on Friday.
All right, take care, Coach. See you Friday.
See you.
Bye.